me. I don't think she was that jealous of her. I mean, I never saw the case like it was. I think Hercules made some. It wasn't even easy to do it,
Right.
but nice ass comes to God. She looks good in those jeans or something. And if I could say but sorry, and it's just there wasn't a lot for them. They were good friends, so.
What
But that's the
was,
only time I ever seen it.
yeah.
You know,
Because,
I wanted you. What I wanted you to do is come out here to Oregon and do a video. Do a video on everything in my life. And I was before this ever happened and expose what was about to happen to me. I just didn't think they'd kill my wife.
right.
Jan wasn't really my wife. We weren't sexually active or anything like that. I just took care of her, man. I want you to know that.
Yeah.
She was being abused by her family. They tried to get me for three abuses of her, where they came out and said there's nothing going on left. And then elder abuse. It was crazy, man. Nothing was going on ever. I'd never even yelled at the woman. She never yelled at me, not one time.
Hmm.
So everybody says that. Everybody they've interviewed says that. So they're going down another avenue. Well, you forced her to smoke. Well, they never came over only one time in 3.5 years, man. So it's just brutal that I have to take a phone and do a final job like this.
Would you ever, yeah. What's the worst part about being in jail where you are
Well,
now?
I don't know if you know this or not, but I had 5 broken ribs and a punctured lung.
Is that from that time that they attacked you, where that gangster had you beaten and you looked like Frankenstein? I saw the pictures of you from that. That was
No,
terrible.
man, that was a total different time. I had that ass whooping coming, Hannibal. I'll always admit if I had it or I didn't. That particular time, I was set up to sell a kilo of cocaine, and I went to the mafia. That's who I knew. I knew who would be probable to buy it, and they said that they were in the market for it. And when I got out there, they were lying to me, and so I thought I was being set up. And I took this big guy, about 6'6". I threw him out the window, out the door. And when I did that, I got the ear of the monkey up. And then I looked outside, and there was about 5 of them out there. I said, "Shit, man, I got to go down swinging." I didn't know if I was going to get shot or what, but I went out there and I started swinging. I may have caught a shot or two, but boy, I took an ass whooping. This one guy caught brass knuckles,
You're
and
lucky you
beat me.
survived that day.
Oh, he just beat me. He could have beat me to death. And the head member of the crime family came in and stopped it because we knew each other pretty well, or he would have killed me. He would beat me to death. You
Yeah.
seen the picture, right?
Oh yeah, you really look like death. Who stopped it? Because it looked like they were trying to beat you to death, honestly.
No, they were stopped by the head of the monkey there, next to mafia. And if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be here talking. I'd been dead. He was beating me unmercifully, like you see in UFC
Yeah.
when they get a guy down, the referee's on the way on the other side.
Yeah.
I was getting stopped, and I lost. I lost 8, 9, 11 teeth in that too. You don't see nothing around my teeth, but all of them were loosened so bad they had to be pulled.
Who paid for your medical bills for that?
That was paid for by the Oregon Health Plan. They got that out of here,
Oh
so I
god.
got lucky that happened. But it was a nasty. It was a nasty day. That was in 2006, prior to the first time I ever came down to New Jersey. 2006. In 2006, You were 23, right?
Probably. You're a better mathematician than me, I'm sure.
January of 2006. So yeah, you were 20. Just turned 23, basically, pretty much.
Yeah.
But hey, man, I've had my ass handed to me a few times, man, and they did nothing nice about it.
Hey, we all have. But
It's just part of life,
some of the times it's more when there's gangs or weapons involved than one-on-one.
Yeah, but Hannibal, I just want you to know, man, I have always said to myself, and I'm really honest with myself, that I'm going to do the interview with you. I wish you would have come down. I would have paid for everything. You coming down, I would have given you $5,000 to come down here, and do the interview with me. But it just didn't pan out.
Yeah.
Keith Ronzabal ended up dying. He was a head detective in Little Rock, Arkansas. And did you ever look up that the radio show?
What's it called again?
Called what was that?
What was it called? I'll write it down. This is the one where you
Uh,
did an interview. This was about the Clintons.
Yeah, the Clintons. I mean, I went down there. That's why I don't understand when people don't understand it. I went down there twice. I drove down there, right in his backyard. He was there. He was in his library, downtown Little Rock.
Yeah.
I went by Rose Law Firm. I went by them all, trying to bait him out, to have a debate on radio. It wouldn't come out. And so I went on radio myself called Doc Washburn. DOC, short for Dr. Doc Washburn. AC Burn. URN.
Right.
Okay, now they listen to the radio shows entirely on. They called me from Portland, Oregon. They didn't want to do it. They were afraid to do it even. Finally, they called me and said, "You really want to go ahead and say what happened down there with the Clintons?" I said, "Just put me on. I'll just tell you the truth." So what was on for like 45 minutes? It's on the internet. But you got to look under the Clintons and Billy Jack Boys on the Track.
Right.
You know that guy that you're the one who showed me the interview that the guy did, the 19-minute interview
with the song.
And he said that he knew I was telling the truth because no one could ever have the information I have if I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I don't follow no cases. Why would I follow a case for you to go down there and get killed?
Yeah.
They were getting away with it, just heavy shit to Trump at that time. I was at that time on the left. And I didn't want to be on the left no more because it was going into a big hole. And God, if I come out with this shit now, I think it probably will whack my kids.
Did you know? Did you know Jake Roberts very well?
He didn't die, did he?
No, I was just wondering because he took coke and stuff, and you always said that you were a dealer, so I wasn't sure if he was one of the guys that you dealt to. He works for AEW. He's had like a $600,000 a year contract for the past 5 or 6 years, and they don't even use him. He just sits at home getting paid.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, there's a lot of people like that in AEW. The guy just throws away money that runs it. I don't know if it's a tax write-off.
I'm glad for the old timers.
Yeah,
they're making some money, but no, I never dealt with Jake. I never sold him anything. I didn't sell too many to the wrestlers. Only when I was on the in Championship Wrestling of Florida when Eddie Graham and I were together. And he believed me, he didn't commit suicide. He got shot 3 times in the back of the head. So if anybody can commit suicide, shoot himself in the back of the head 3 times, I want to meet him.
Someone told me recently, because he had all those boys ranches, that there may have been some pedophile stuff that was about to come out about Eddie Graham with all these. You know how he ran all those Florida boys ranches for underprivileged boys, young boys. I don't know if it's true or not, but
all I can say is Eddie Graham that I knew, Hannibal, would never mess around with any kids. He just wanted to make money. We were in that plane together about 4 or 5 times alone, going to city to city, sometimes Miami, sometimes to one trip to the Bahamas.
Yeah,
just him and I. But I don't think that ever happened. I can't swear it didn't. But I just don't believe so, but I know that he was 86th.
What's
And I
the
can tell you the
most?
reason why for tape.
Yeah. What is the reason why?
No, you know,
You don't know?
I know I do, but I love the guy so much, but I got to understand who I'm talking to here.
Yeah.
Just,
Well, at this
just,
point in time, I'm sure everyone involved with it is dead. That was quite a few
there's still
years
some
ago.
people alive. There's still some people alive. A lot of guys got whacked out, like Barry Seal, Pablo Escobar. It's just, I was a little league compared to both sides, but I still made a ton of money. I mean, a lot of money, and I turned into silver dollars. Did you know about that?
Yeah,
You know
but
what the
then
silver dollars are?
you did something with it though, right? So you don't have that anymore, sadly.
They were stolen.
Right.
They were stolen. And the guy who was behind the theft was a guy I trained in the business. And it's almost, and I'll tell you who that was. I trained this guy in Japan, the dojo in Japan. And then 85, I got him a job in Portland Wrestling.
Was it
And
Crush?
then I got him a job in the WWF with Demolitions.
Yeah, Crush.
You know who it was, right?
Brian Adams.
Brian Adams, yeah. The guys who were killed was Coco Samoa, Jimmy Snooker's brother. He died in January of 2007. Mike Austin was apparently hung, which is bullshit. He got whacked out in 2007. And then that was in February. In March, Bad News Allen in Calgary got whacked out. And then there was Chris Benoit on this. People can understand this. On this same exact day in Calgary, Benoit died, his family died, and also Shane Bauer died. He went.
Did
An
you know
Asian
Beef
bastard.
Wellington?
People don't even say that.
Did you know Beef Wellington? Because he was in
Kind of.
Portland too, wasn't he?
They were a great tag team, man. Benoit and Wellington was. They had like 30 tours over in Japan, 25, something like that.
Yeah.
You ever see them work together?
I don't know anything about Beef Wellington other than the name sound. He sounds like a delicious meal.
You, you got to take it and just watch a match on the internet.
Yeah.
And Benoit in Japan, they worked. They were a damn good tag team. He got killed the same day, for God's sake. Come on.
I just looked
He
up
was
what
40,
Crush died of a painkiller,
August 13th.
but died
August 13th,
from
2007,
yeah,
right?
yeah, from buprenorphine, a painkiller used for opioid addiction treatment, a muscle relaxer, a sedative, and another sedative known as Xanax. So he gave himself way too much.
He didn't die of that.
No.
He died of called HICAL, a drug that's called HICAL, heart-induced cardiac arrest liquid. It was given in a drink, so it was sprayed on him, one or the other. And he died of a heart attack. And it makes it look like a sick. He was always taking drugs every night. He'd have taken any of it, just like Test did when
Yeah.
he got taken out in that big steroid ring.
Did you know Test? I've heard he wasn't a very nice person.
I met him twice, and both times he treated me really good. He was really respectful. He old school.
Were you the one hooking him up?
Well, I wasn't, no, not me personally, but I knew the guy who was. And Denver was hooked up too, and so was the kid in Calgary making a fortune on it, and, who was killed the same day. But
Who was that?
they
Was
they
that with
wanted this
somebody?
going down because he was getting into politics. He was going to run. He was going to run for president. She had $1 billion invested to be senator in Connecticut, right? She
Oh,
spent $1 billion in
Linda.
the campaign,
Yeah.
and they were scared of her. Clintons were scared of her. And I was far left at that time, I'm ashamed to say. And I honestly, I saved Vince's life and I saved her life. I'll be glad to talk to you about that when we're ready, when I know my grandkids are secure in my mind. I'm going to talk to you. Don't get me wrong.
Who do you think's
But I
going to
have to
kill
be.
your grandkids? The same person that you say killed your wife?
No, he's a different. He's just
Okay.
a different ball.
Okay.
Just a different ball game here. But it's politics.
Right.
My story, Hannibal. I wish that you were here that we could talk and actually have it on video. You know.
Yeah, well, today I might be able to come in a few months if they allow you. I don't know if they allow you to have cameras there, though, right? I don't know.
You'd have to get a hotel, and you could come see me here at the Mental Institute. Or any day, every day, you come see me. It's just that they're jail and the Mental Institute, two different things. They want me in here. The state wants me in here because they can claim I'm insane and can't. Everything I say is, the guy's nuts, so don't believe him. Believe me, I'm not nuts. It's where they put me. They wanted me here.
Right.
Nothing I could do about it. The judge didn't even. I didn't even take a psych evaluation or nothing. The judge said I couldn't represent myself. So I said, Judge, I haven't taken a psych evaluation, so how could you say that? I mean, this is just my opinion. He's not supposed to take an opinion unless he gets it from a psych evaluator. So I couldn't represent myself. What I need, Hannibal, is I don't want to keep anybody. Attorney's damn good.
But you'd rather be in the psych ward than the jail, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'm not in jail. It's just this open psych ward, but you just can't go out. They got you all fenced in. You can't go out. You know,
Right. Yeah, because
there's a lot of psychs here.
yeah,
It's just that they're pretty good people, really. They just had some bad breaks.
right.
But man,
Do you have good medication there?
yeah, I don't take any psych medications, and I'm off all painkillers. So I've been completely clean for a year and a half now.
Really, not even
Actually,
any
longer than
sleep?
that.
Nothing to help you sleep?
So I take a pill called trazodone, which is over the counter stuff.
Yeah.
It's not. It's nothing addicting. And I take Eliquis for a blood test. I have aortic aneurysm in my heart. It could bust any time. I could die at any time. But I want to have surgery because I want to tell my story. I'm not going out like this, Hannibal. If I wanted to listen, cops tell you in a piece of work or suit. If I wanted to kill my wife, I'd overdose her on pills. And we'd be buried together, no problem. We spent $70,000 on the burial for her and I.
Mm-hmm.
So it would have been the way out. Not to treat her like a rabid dog or a horse. I mean, common sense tells you I could never do that. Boom, come on. You know me, and you know my wife, who ever treated my wife a guinea pig.
Well, you'd think that the pill method would be a lot less messy.
Well, yeah, it was
Okay.
the guy who did it was such a professional. He was an Israeli Mossad. I knew that. He knew I knew that, but he knew I was going to die. So he told me things before he killed me. I was handcuffed behind my back. And he was telling me things, and I thought for sure I didn't know he was going to shoot my wife. Just out of the blue. But he told me that it's not going to be messy. He'd do it professionally. He went around the back. And at that time, he used chloroform, and I was taped in the mouth. I didn't tell you that. I was completely, or maybe I did. But, and he used chloroform to kind of weaken me a little bit, but I didn't get all of it. And then he put the gun to my wife's head, boom.
Do you remember a liquor store called Sonny's Liquor in Massachusetts, Clinton, Massachusetts?
No, I don't.
Yeah. There's all kinds of craziness going on.
It just happened today.
there's all kinds of craziness going on, particularly in Oregon. Have you heard of this ICE faction that's going in and doing all this stuff with immigrants and people selling drugs and stuff?
Well, they're saying in ICE is, or not ICE, but that there's really no problem going on in Oregon. But I can tell you firsthand, from a guy who's out there I've talked to, yes, there is all kinds of. They're trying to tear the city down. There's no one even has no businesses downtown left hardly. They run them out. They run them out, man.
So what was your reaction when you saw the gun go off? That just sounds crazy.
I'm going to just for a second.
Yeah.
Yes, man.
You're out of
I'm
time.
still going to call you tomorrow, Hannibal. Okay.
All right, we'll redo it.
I'm not going to let you
We'll
go.
pick
I'm
this
going to
up
let you go.
tomorrow.
With the phone.